lot of homeowners call and say, hey, do you guys do like small repairs and painting? And for the most part, my company Fairway Series does not. And part of the reason is the size of our crews, but also like it's such a hamster wheel. And so almost 20% of people ultimately choose us, looked at James Hardie fiber cement 5 to 7 years ago and just thought, it's a little too expensive. I'm not sure I'm going to be here. I'll go ahead and paint and do some repairs. The problem is it's not even 10 years later. It's 5 to 7 years later. And now the rest of the home has rot and it needs to be painted. Or that same wall that they already painted, the paint's already cracking. And so at some point, wood's kind of done what it's always done. It's going to rot. It's going to expand. It hates taking paint. And so most of the time at that point, homeowners are kind of forced to reside their houses. And so obviously painting what you currently have is obviously much less expensive. It's like, refinishing your existing wood floors is definitely more cost effective than replacing all of your existing wood floors. It's not exactly apples to apples because you're not necessarily changing out wood floors, right? If you're doing wood around your home, you're changing out maybe 20% of the siding and you're going to paint everything there. And so most people, it comes down to cost. I think everyone say, hey, if it was apples to apples, the same price, I would always choose to resell my home versus repaint. The reality is, I think you have to ask yourself, how long am I going to be here as a homeowner? And then how often do I want to spend money on this? So do I want to every 5 years, 7 years, do I want to spend $10,000 to $12,000 or do I want to spend $35,000 once and be done? And so that's a lot of times what it comes down to is life cycle cost versus today. And more homeowners are calling us that they're seeing where interest rates are. They like their home, they like their neighbor. We have a lot of older homeowners who I think would probably like to downsize, but where are they going to go? Right? Like there's not a lot of amazing well-maintenance homes in their neighborhood. Their kids grew up here. They have friends here. Their churches, like their neighbors, they love their community. And for those people, a lot of times, especially if they're going to retire soon, they want to be done. And so they'll call us and we'll install new James Hardie fiber cement siding, and they fully plan on dying before they have to repaint again. But if you just bought a home and you're 30 and you might only be there 5 to 7 years, well, then maybe it might make sense to do some wood rot and some painting versus all new siding. So a lot of times it has to do with how long you're going to be there and what your economic situation is.